How was your lunch today?
Meh, it was just okay.
You didn't like it?
You know, the color coordination was boring. It looked like the lunch my mom used to make.
I packed your favorite dishes as much as I could. I packed dishes with well-balanced nutrition.
It was nutritious, but it didn't look pretty, and I was embarrassed to eat it in front of my coworkers. I'd rather buy lunch somewhere else. Make a better lunch tomorrow?
Yes. Garrett, did I do anything to you?
Why?
I feel like you've been so hard on me since we got married. I feel like you used to be much sweeter before. You always said you liked the lunches I made you.
Of course. Things change after marriage. Did you want us to be like girlfriend and boyfriend forever?
Like girlfriend and boyfriend? That's not what I'm saying. It's just that you don't seem as thoughtful as you used to be.
We have many years ahead of us to be together. Shouldn't I show you my true self?
Is this who you truly are?
Yeah.
So, were you pretending to be someone else when we were dating?
I wasn't pretending, but you try to adjust yourself to your partner when you're dating. Until you get married. I say what I want to say now that we're married. You should too.
I've always shown you my true self since when we were dating.
Oh, right. You've never been a well-behaved lady. You should learn to be more ladylike now that you're my wife.
Am I supposed to be a different person after getting married? I thought you loved me for who I was when we were dating.
Well, yeah. You don't say anything unnecessary. I like that you don't care about small things. I like that you don't get hysterical when we get in an argument. But you are my wife now. You should show more respect to me. You live on my salary.
I am grateful that you work for us.
That's not enough. You're supposed to treat me like a king. You don't know how hard it is to support both of us financially. You've never had a meaningful career. You only had a part-time job at your mom's cafe.
I was working full-time.
Helping with your mom's cafe is not a job. I was shocked to know you've never worked as a full-time employee. You didn't even go to high school.
As I explained to you before, things were difficult back then with my dad's sudden death. My mom had to run the cafe on her own. But I earned my GED when I became an adult.
That doesn't change the fact that you didn't go to high school. Things would have been different if you had gone to college, though.
Are you belittling me because I didn't go to high school?
I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. Don't overreact. You are ashamed that you didn't go to high school, aren't you?
I have wished I went to high school. But I don't like you making fun of me for not going to high school. If it bothers you that much, you shouldn't have married me.
That's not what I'm saying. Anyway, you should be more conscious and behave like a wife. Or I could dump you regardless of the fact that you didn't go to high school. Where's dinner? Why aren't you home?
I told you, I was going to help out at my mom's cafe today.
Even so, you should always come home before I do. You're a housewife. Housewife is not supposed to go out whenever she likes.
But I told you in advance. I told you that I wasn't going to be able to make dinner tonight.
I didn't know you were serious. Are you good for nothing? You're a terrible wife.
I'm sorry. But I hadn't helped my mom in a long time. Her cafe is closing down next month. So I wanted to see the regular customers and say goodbye. Is it such a big deal that I go out once in a while?
You're not doing a good job as my wife. I have to teach you everything because you didn't go to high school. You're so dumb and useless. I figured you'd be able to do the housework perfectly because you grew up in a single-parent family. I was wrong.
You're being so harsh.
You have to work hard to make my life better. Don't cause me stress. Just do what I say.
It sounds like you want me to be your slave.
You live on my salary, don't you?
I thought we were equals as a husband and a wife.
There's no way we're equals. I go to work every day. You don't. Isn't it obvious who's in control here? You didn't even realize that?
I'm sorry, my mom needs me. Let's not talk about this.
I'm your priority. Not your mother. Just come home and make dinner. I'm exhausted from work. If you're my wife, take care of your husband. Jessica, I'm not going to eat dinner at home tonight.
What? I'm getting steaks ready because you said you wanted them. I already made mashed potatoes.
I'm eating out. End of story.
Do I need to eat them alone?
Don't ask me. Think for yourself. Anyway, I'm not going to eat at home.
Garrett, I've been thinking. I don't think I'm the right woman for you.
What?
I liked being with you before we married. But the way you treat me has changed since we married. You're not the man I fell in love with. There seems to be no point in living together anymore.
Can you not do this? If you want to get pre-wedding jitters, do it before the wedding. This is so annoying.
I'm not getting pre-wedding jitters. I'm calm. I've been thinking about this for over a month now. You've always made fun of me for not going to high school. I've been treated like a slave every day. This is not the life I imagined when we got married.
A slave? You're expected to do housework as a wife. I've been giving you advice because you were inadequate.
You didn't sound like you were giving advice.
So? Do you want a divorce? Do you think you can survive without me?
What?
Your life will be over if I leave you. Would you hire someone who didn't go to high school and has never worked? Just be obedient and devote yourself to me. First of all, who do you think you are talking back to me? You didn't even go to high school.
I can't believe that's how you felt about me.
You should feel lucky to devote yourself to me. The only thing someone who didn't go to high school can do for society is to support a man. Everyone knows that. How stupid are you? You can't live without me.
Who do you think I am?
Huh?
I can live without you with no problem.
Don't act tough. You have an attitude for someone who didn't go to high school and never worked. Your mom's cafe, the only place you've ever worked, closed down. How are you going to survive without me? Tell me.
How? I have enough money to live on my own.
You were raised by a single mother. You're poor. You can't even calculate the cost of living per month because you didn't go to high school. You're so helpless.
I have enough assets.
Stop telling me lies.
I'm not lying.
If you were wealthy, your mom would not have run a cafe.
She had been running the cafe for fun for the past few years. She is going to live overseas. She's going to spend her retired life in a resort.
You're being delusional. You're so insane that it scares me.
If you think I'm insane, get a divorce, will you? We don't have many assets to divide since we've only been married for a short time. You've had problems with me. A divorce will solve all your problems.
Don't talk about a divorce. We just got married.
I don't want to spend my life with you anymore. The person I want love from the most hurts me every day. You didn't tell me your personality would change when we married.
Our positions changed after marriage. How many times do I have to tell you? You have nothing between your ears.
This is why I hate you. You didn't belittle me when we were dating.
Your ignorance has become more apparent since we married. That's why I've been giving you advice. Just don't talk back to me and do everything I say. Don't disobey me. You live on my salary.
Like I said, I don't need your financial support anymore. I can live on my own without your support. I will get a divorce no matter what. I will contact you once I hire a lawyer.
Jessica, I will have no mercy when you come crawling back. Don't get cocky, you uneducated simpleton. Jessica, what time are you coming home?
I won't be back, I told you.
I wanted to talk to you.
We will have a discussion tomorrow. I will meet you at 10 a.m. My lawyer will be there too. Wait until tomorrow. We will talk then.
I didn't know you made investments.
Yes, I did.
And you've had high returns. Your mom told me.
I got a text from my mom. She told me about how you visited her and got in her way of getting ready for her trip.
I'm sorry.
She told me you were aggressive at first. Then you got down on your knees and apologized as soon as you heard about my assets?
I apologized to her because I behaved in a rude manner. Speaking of your investments, it's awesome that you got such high returns. Teach me how to do it.
There's no way I would teach you. We're getting a divorce.
About that. Let's not do it, alright? I reflected on myself. I realized that I might have been cold to you since we got married.
You might have been cold. That's it. I'm not going to forgive you.
Don't get so sulky, Jessica. I love you. I married you because it didn't matter to me that you didn't go to high school.
You married me because I didn't go to high school and had no means to escape from you. You showed me your true self because you thought you could control me. I know from your words and actions.
That's not true. You're capable of making money although you didn't go to high school. You're 10 times better than highly educated women with a mediocre job.
Okay. Thanks for such a meaningless affirmation. I will get a divorce no matter what you say.
Jessica, I'm so sorry. I thought I had to take the lead in our marriage. I tried too hard.
Stop with the excuses. They aren't even good excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you the truth. Just come home to me. Let's not get a divorce, okay? I miss your cooking.
My cooking looks like your mom's, doesn't it? You complained about it.
I said it because I wanted you to keep working to be better. I didn't mean to say you're a bad cook.
You changed your attitude as soon as you found out that I have enough money to live on my own. Do you know what someone like you is called? A two-faced person.
I didn't mean to be two-faced. I've always had respect for you.
This wouldn't have happened if you had respect for me.
You weren't fair to me. If you had enough money for us to live in luxury, you should have told me.
My dad was betrayed by a person whom he trusted when he was still alive. For money, of course. My mother would always advise me to be careful. She would always tell me not to show my spouse the amount of my savings soon after we get married. I was told to only show the amount of money I saved by working at the cafe.
Even so, it's not fair to reveal it right before you get a divorce.
I revealed it because we were getting a divorce. I wasn't going to tell you at all. But you've always belittled me. I just wanted to prove to you that I am capable of living on my own before we get a divorce.
I can't live without you. You did everything around the house. I can't live on my own.
It's been only 6 months since we married. You lived on your own until we married. You can do things around the house.
I don't want to live without you. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Don't go to bed before I do. Don't wake up later than I do. Don't disobey me. You didn't go to high school. A housewife is a slave. You said all those things to me. How can you say that you can't live without me now? I will never go back to living with you.
You've made up your mind.
Yes. My mind won't change.
Okay, but we'll still divide our assets.
What?
I won't let you get away like this. I will take all the money you made. I have no problem divorcing you as long as I get the money.
Once an asshole, always an asshole. You won't get a penny.
What? Why?
Only the assets you and I acquire during the marriage will be subject to the division of the assets. I'm not required to divide the assets I acquired before the marriage.
No. I'm sorry, Jessica. I was just upset. I didn't mean any of the things I said. So please, don't misunderstand.
I understood you perfectly. I understood perfectly that you are an asshole. Do you know what's funny? It's that you don't have as much knowledge as someone who didn't go to high school. Although you've always made fun of me. You must be the dumbest person on earth. My ex-husband and I reached a divorce settlement. It took a long time, but I had a record of his texts during the marriage. In addition to that, a record of our conversations helped finalize the divorce. After going through all the procedures, I was going to go overseas to meet my mother and rejuvenate myself. But then my ex-husband broke into my mother's house and got arrested. He committed the crime because he was upset that he couldn't receive any of my assets. He plotted to steal expensive items in my mother's house and sell them for money. There were no expensive items as neither my mother nor I are interested in luxury goods. All of our money was saved in the bank as we were going to leave the house for a while. He failed to steal anything and was seen on a surveillance camera. He was caught from activating the alarm system. I was just astounded by his pathetic end. He was fired from the company because of the arrest. It is hard to believe how stupidly he invited his own misfortunes. He must have had karma from belittling and making fun of me. After the incident settled down, I finally managed to go and meet my mother. I spent every day doing what I like and rejuvenating myself and doing housework just for my mother and I. Because I've experienced a financially difficult time before, I am happy just having sufficient money to live a normal life. I don't need luxury items. I want to spend my money to help others in the future. Also, I'm willing to learn good judgment on people. I still haven't healed from the trauma caused by the sudden change of someone I once loved, but I'm going to face myself and keep on doing what I can.
Mary, was something up earlier?
No. Why do you ask?
Weren't you trying to say something when I was leaving the house? And you seemed out of it since last night. Is something bothering you?
No, it's not that.
You're making me curious. Did you have something you wanted to say to me?
It's not a big deal. I got contacted by an old friend of mine last night. A friend I met when I was studying in Canada.
That'd be about 10 years ago, right?
It's been 11 years. She got married in Canada and got permanent residency. She's gonna be visiting here next month. And she invited me to meet.
Oh, I see. That sounds great. I bet you have so much to talk about, like life in Canada.
But if we are to meet, it'll be on Sunday, and I'll have to go out of state. I don't feel comfortable leaving the house for an entire day. The nursery school is closed, and I can't bear to take Emma with me.
In that case, I'll take care of Emma. We'll be watching the house, so you go along by yourself.
Oh, really?
Of course.
You used to say that you don't want to have to take care of her all day.
How long ago was that? That was when Emma was still a baby. I was overburdened and just had to let off some steam.
Is that so? I should have depended on you more then.
Come on, don't think so lowly of me. I can take care of my own daughter just fine.
But I definitely didn't think you'd be so cooperative.
It's been on my mind. Mary, you used to be so active before we got married. I really admired that about you.
Well, I was carrying a lot less load back then.
You had so many friends and used to go on trips all the time. But now you spend so much time at home. I'm worried that you might explode sometimes. How about you head out more like you used to?
Are you being serious?
What are you being so hesitant for? You don't know when your next chance will be of seeing her. Go see her while you can.
Yeah, okay. If you insist, I'll take up your offer.
Talk to me when you have something on your mind.
Yeah, you're right. I've met up with my friend. I forgot to give Emma her medicine this morning. Can you give it to her? The medicine is in the TV rack.
Medicine?
She has a slight cold. She needs her meds after breakfast and dinner.
Sorry, I'm actually at work. I was called out for the day.
What about Emma?
Sophia's looking after her.
Your sister? Is she at home? Is she alright?
She never leaves the house on weekends. I'm sure she's at home tending her garden now.
I feel bad. It's so sudden. Having to look after a child on her day off.
She loves her niece. She was happy to take her.
I'm worried Emma might burden her with her crying. She has little experience being away from her parents other than nursery school.
Don't worry. My sister's a bit weird, but Emma has always been affectionate to her for some reason. I'm sure they're fine together.
Your sister? Weird?
She bought that house in the remote woods at that age and lives with a dog without getting married. That's not normal. What is she, a hermit?
But Sophia's house is so lovely, surrounded by so much nature. And that stream running close by, I guess it's a better environment for Emma than being home.
Yeah, I think so. She got excited when I told her she's going to Sophia's place. How's it going over there?
Thanks to you, I'm having a good time. We just entered a restaurant.
You okay messaging me?
My friend's in the bathroom.
Where are you headed for after eating?
Maybe some sightseeing? We're having a light lunch and plan to enjoy food that we find as we stroll around.
Sounds awesome. Have fun sightseeing.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck with your work. Must be tough.
A client suddenly requested modifications, so I had no choice. Sorry I couldn't follow through with my promise.
It's work. It can be helped. No worries. But I feel sorry for your sister, so we should hurry to get Emma. Good evening, Sophia. Has my husband come by yet?
Hello, Mary. No, actually.
He must still be at work. I'm so sorry it's gotten so late. I'll head over and get my daughter.
Do you mean Emma?
Yes, I'm heading over right now. Sorry to burden you on your day off. Taking care of a 3-year-old is not easy. I have gifts for you too.
You're talking about Emma? She is not here.
What? My husband left her with you. That's what I heard.
Ben?
I had to leave the house today, and my husband was supposed to take care of Emma. But he had to go to work, so he told me he left her with you. So I was about to stop by and get her.
I know nothing of this. I was out taking care of some errands and just got home. Maybe he came by and I was gone.
But he said he left her with you.
That can't be. You don't think he could have left her at my house?
I would doubt that. To leave a 3-year-old child without confirming you're there.
That would be hard to think of.
Oh, wait. I got a call.
I'll look around the house just in case.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
I'm done with work. Did you go get Emma?
I was about to, but didn't have to.
Why? Oh, did Sis drive her back?
No, I went.
What do you mean?
I went to get her from the police.
What? Why the police?
I got a call from the police that they took custody of Emma.
Where?
Like 2 miles from your sister's home. She was wandering in the woods for hours. Didn't you say you left her with Sophia? Why was she wandering in the woods?
I took her to Sophia's house.
Sophia told me she had been out all day.
What, she wasn't home?
What did you do with her?
I dropped her off in front of the house. I thought she'd be home.
You left without confirming she was home?
Sorry, I expected her to be.
You left without even confirming. How much of a rush were you in?
I was preoccupied with work. I'm sorry.
Ben, it's Sophia. Mary told me all about it.
Sophia, you two are together now?
I'm the one that went to the police first because it would take longer for Mary. I couldn't make Emma wait any longer.
I see. Thank you.
Mary and Emma are at my house having dinner. The police tried to give Emma some food, but she wouldn't eat. She must have been scared. She's gobbling up some mac and cheese now.
Sorry to put you through this.
You really need to apologize to Emma and Mary.
Yeah, I know.
Ben, were you really at work?
Yeah.
Really?
What's the deal?
I've never heard of you working on holidays. That's why I was suspicious.
Don't be. True, I rarely have to work on holidays, but today was an emergency.
I have an old classmate that also works at your company. You know that, right?
Mike, right? In fact, we're in the same department.
I asked him. He said there's some maintenance going on. So the office was off limits today. Are you still gonna say you were at work?
You seriously checked?
I'm glad I did. I now know something is going on.
Sophia, can we talk alone?
Why are you trying to leave Mary out?
This might be a bit of a shock for Mary.
Tell me, now.
As you already know, I wasn't at work. I lied. I was actually with someone.
Who? A mistress? Must be a woman if you can't tell Mary.
Mistress, that's a bit exaggerated.
Then what? It is a woman, right?
I met her 2 years ago. We had so much in common, we got close right away.
I'm not asking you for reminiscence. You trying to gross me out? Tell me what the deal is with that woman.
We go out, sleep over sometimes.
So you're sleeping with her? How is that not a mistress? Disgusting.
I want to explain to Mary myself. Let me talk to her.
No point making excuses now.
Shut up! Just get married.
This is Mary. How dare you fool me? What's this? Becoming cooperative with childcare all of a sudden? Trying to hide that you're cheating?
Let me explain.
Explain what? Want to talk about what's in store for you?
I know you're angry. Putting Emma in danger to go mess around with a girl. I'm a disgrace as a father.
Going to see that mistress was more important than your daughter?
I got messages from her this morning and she was infuriated. I had to go see her to calm her down.
And?
She's been wanting me to get divorced for a while now. She was getting frustrated that I wasn't taking action. She demanded that I come right away. I was worried she would dump me if I didn't.
Is that so? So you definitely need to divorce me then.
Just forget it.
Why? You rushed over to see her because you didn't want her to dump you, right? Means you want to divorce me, no? That's how much you love your mistress.
Not as much as I love you.
Don't even try. Go ahead and marry her.
She's just a mistress. I can't imagine being with her for life. She's only good to be a mistress.
You dare say that?
I like her face, that's it. She comes from a poor household, working nights. I'm too good to marry such a lowly person.
You understand what you're saying?
This isn't about you?
You think talking trash about her will make me forgive you? I'm not that simple. In fact, I despise you now.
I just wanted you to know I have no intention of marrying her. I love only you.
Disgusting.
Mary!
Your sister also looks disgusted. You are enemy to all women.
She's a freaking mistress. Why are you getting so angry?
Give me her number.
Why?
I'll have to talk with her as your wife. Tell her how despicable you are. I can't bear to let the poor girl marry you.
Who said we're getting divorced?
Oh, there's no doubt. How can you even think to get away with this?
Please forgive me.
I'll reconsider if you give me her number.
Really?
Don't know if I will actually forgive you.
Okay. Hold on.
I don't want to see your face. I'm spending the night here.
That's fine, but will you come back?
Who knows? I might just move in here. Living with your sister might be fun. I have absolutely nothing to depend on you to raise Emma anyways. I met with the mistress and had a talk. I told her how my husband had talked trash about her to me. I even showed her the message saying I'm too good to marry such a lowly person. Turns out my husband had already promised to marry her, and she was deeply shocked. And now she despises him. My husband being ridiculed by so many women, getting divorce papers thrown at by me. After an hour, he was exhausted. But Sophia wasn't satisfied. She called over their parents, and all hell came raining down. All women looked satisfied when the talk was over. The mistress had been deceived in many ways by my husband, so she was let off. Ultimately, we reconciled. I collected consolation money from my husband and left the house with my daughter. Having lost everything in just a single day, my husband looked completely lost. It serves you right, I thought as I watched him. I'm still in a good relationship with Sophia, but I have no clue how my ex-husband is doing. Who the heck cares?